Back at you with another video here. What we're going to do is install this wireless charging pad. This is an Audi Q7 2018. So if you don't want to have to plug it in, you want to be able to lay your phone here. This is my wife's phone, just for an example. You can see that it's charging. So this is the product. I'll put a link below. It didn't come from Amazon. Sometimes it is on there, but I'll just put another link below to where you can purchase it. But yeah, if you want to have wireless charging, this is how to do it. So this is the product. It obviously is not made in the USA, um, but this is how it arrived in this box here. And you open it up, and you got two boxes, one for the unit. That smaller, skinnier one is going to be for one of the cables. And so it comes bubble wrapped, pretty good packaging, very, very limited instructions. In fact, there is some English wording here, but it just doesn't give you any instructions on how to do anything, how to install it. So that's why we all have YouTube, right? So yeah, again here it's pretty well packed, and this is the unit when it's out of that bubble wrapping. There is a separate little non-stick thing there, but you don't need that necessarily. I think it'll stay in place without having to use it. That's what I'm talking about right here. This little piece goes on there, and you could peel away and stick it on there. But as you'll see, there's some lights that you'll want to be able to see when it's charging. Although your phone might cover it up, the lights, but if you had AirPods on there, you'd want to see the lights. So this is a unit. I haven't installed it. I'm just showing how it fits in place, and it doesn't move around a lot. Some people, have recommended putting double-sided tape, but unless that annoys you, I don't think it's necessary. I have some there in the picture just in case I needed it. But we're gonna start by removing that top part there, and there's another screw where my Yeti coffee mug is. We'll have to take that out. They left this little spot open so that you can put your key fob there when you're doing programming on your car, like for memory seats and stuff. So this is that little cable I was talking about. And that is in the skinnier box. That is the splicer, if you will, that will go to the power source that's in the cigarette lighter 12 volt charger in the unit there. So we'll start by again popping that off. That just pulls right up. You have to kind of give it a little force, snug, and it'll come off with some clips. So yeah, you just pull it off. You'll hear it pop open, and then there's one screw there. It's a T20 screw. We took that out already. And then I took out this little portion here of the cup holders, and so there's another T20 screw down in there. And you take that one out. That one's black. The other one's silver. And here's what a T20 screwdriver, I guess, is what you'd call it. Looks like this is an old one I've had forever. This happens to be my toolbox for little projects like this. It's a little star-shaped thing. You probably have one of those in your toolbox if you've done any kind of work. And then also this thing, I highly recommend you get a hold of one of these. I'll put a link below for this thing. It's a pry tool. I've used it in many other videos for installation of stuff like this. Just helps prying things up without scratching stuff. So I used that to pop that off right there, and it just unsnapped. It was actually pretty easy to come off. So there's little clips on there, but I kind of pried it out, and then I heard it unclip there, and then I was able to pop it right off. And then we can pull that up. That just are in by clips too, so you can pull that whole unit up. You got to take those two screws off, okay? And then you can pull it up, and then we're going to go ahead and tap in with this wire into that power source. So that power source is right there. That's what we're talking about, that 12 volt. And the wiring for it is down here. You can see the little plug. We're going to unplug that, and we're going to then plug and play. You can't really mess this up. So there's that new wire. You can see this one that's wrapped there goes into that portion. The other one that was unplugged then goes into that portion. And this is feeding power when the vehicle is turned on, or it doesn't have to be started, but it just has to be turned on for our charging unit. So this is pretty simple too, just a simple plug and play situation. So it's not, again, not too complicated. You just want to worry about hiding wires once you're finished with your installation. But right here, I'm probably stick it right here in this little corner. I think that's the best spot for it, but you can put it anywhere else if you want, as long as it's not pinched, and you can make sure there's power going to it. But you also want to watch out for when you do put the unit back together, not to pinch any of these wires. So like that needs to go back in that little spot. You don't want to have that covered with any part of the wire. Or right here in this area here where that T20 for that cup holder is going to go back in place. So you just want to make sure that you have the wires hidden but not blocking any of the clip parts, because obviously if you don't want to pinch it or whatever where it doesn't function. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and put power onto the car and see if we get a light. Here we go on it. So there we go, blue once we have it powered up, and it'll turn green whenever you're charging something. So we'll just, for example, use these AirPods that I have. We'll lay them down and you'll see the AirPods are indicating they're charging, and as well as the charging pad is indicating green for charging. So yeah, you just have to have it on, and you can set it on there. So obviously you put a phone, when it's not charging, it'll turn back to blue. That's a little rubbery piece there, so you don't need that necessarily, cover the other portion unless you felt it was necessary. Of course, again, you're not going to see these lights if you put that pad on there and you have your phone on it anyway. So again, I had my wire right here. That's the only place you might see it, and I have gray interior. So with the black interior, this will probably look a lot, more OEM, although it looks pretty good to me right there. You just have to make sure black and gray, which is not bothersome to me at all. And so, yeah, there we go. It again, you could put this little pad on here if you wanted to. You're not going to see those lights when your phone's on there anyway, right? So if you felt like your phone was sliding around a little too much, they did include that pad so that it wouldn't slide around. But I'm going to try it like this without it first, and we'll see how it turns out. So I have the wireless Apple CarPlay. I'll put a link for that video I did too. And now I have wireless charging. So I'm taking this 2018 vehicle now, and I'm kind of bringing it into 2022, going on 23. And so now I'm able to wirelessly use my phone and the Apple CarPlay and charging, and don't have to plug anything into USBs when I get in the car, because everything will just remember and be ready to go and charge up. It does say don't put metal in between, so I don't know why you would put metal, but don't put metal in between your phone and that, because it will, when you're streaming music, through Bluetooth or CarPlay or whatever, it will get hot. And they left a little section there, there for your key fob, like I said. So again, don't forget to put these screws back in place. We're going to do that, and then we'll be all done. All right, guys, take care.